kind of want to sit on the ground. So clearly I am amongst the trees right now. Wow, my hair looks crazy. I got a lion's mane going on. I was just watching back my YouTube videos, as one does occasionally. And it's been like, I've been at school here, and there's been a lot of social energy and community, which has been amazing. But I literally just remembered today who I am and how much I was getting pulled outside of myself, which is also crazy. Take a moment for the leaves, because like, excuse me, so beautiful. Okay, my finger's just in the shot, but that's okay. Yeah, so in terms of like life and community and what I've been receiving, it has been so abundant and also so challenging. Did you guys know that living in community is actually really hard? Like, it sounds so beautiful and joyous, and like so much of it is. The amount of love and connection I've experienced here is like, it's so in line with Burning Man, and so in line with what I've wanted out of life, and so in line with everything. I've made so many just like soul connections here, people that I deeply love and cherish, people who deeply love and cherish me, and that's all wonderful. But yeah, living in community is a fucking trip, because everybody has their own biases, perceptions, opinions, and everything gets wrapped up all together because you are there. Like, when you're in community, you are not a separate unit as much as you are. And yeah, so I've identified for myself, maybe that's why I like had to be so introverted or individualistic growing up, but I get pretty wrapped up. I can get very wrapped up in like, whether that's being the giver or whether that's like trying to micromanage, make everybody happy, make sure that everything's like okay. Everything has been outside of me recently, and it's not me. That's not me. Yeah, so what am I pulling out? What do I actually want to talk about? Look at my sandy feet. I know the fear is like, oh, don't show your feet on the internet. This is my body, and if you have a weird opinion of my feet, then that's yours to have. You know, that's not mine. Okay, you can keep that. Okay. This is a cool rock. Look at that. There's a lot of cool rocks here, but the beach wants to keep them. I can't keep any rocks here because the beach wants them. The beach needs them for its ecology. Hi, I'm here. My name's Sophia. Where have I been? Who have I been? Yeah, like, I've literally expanded into like being the person that I am inside in so many ways, being here. And then like, also it's just like, remembering my power is in solitude and is in the quiet moments, and I haven't been getting enough of that. Yeah, I just wanted to like say hi and talk as me, because I exist as a human being. I don't exist for other people. I am here in my sphere. I am here, and I am here. Maybe I want to talk more about community, because yeah, it has been really interesting. Like, community is what I want. It's what I desire. What you desire is what you'll have if you allow it. And I want to like live in / create conscious community in my existence, in my life, and in my home space. And I realize now that a lot of having a strong community is having the strong individual, because you need to be able to express your boundaries. You need to be able to express your needs. You need to be able to express yourself. Every single person needs to consciously be there and do that. Because when you get in the trap of like, oh, somebody's putting out this vibe and I have to think about this and that's and that, it's just like, it takes you outside of you, and then you're not showing up authentically as you. And I had a challenge being here where I showed up in love, which is my truest expression of myself, and then I had to like tap that back or dial that back is what I felt. And the interesting thing about that is that actually you don't. And I was creating all of these boundaries for myself to keep myself safe from the fear of rejection. But actually, I can show up with love in its unconditionality. And if that is my expression of me, then I need to prioritize that for myself and show up. It's not fair to myself to make myself smaller for other people. And that's not to say, like, don't be sensitive to people's needs. Don't ever do things without consent, you know? Like, another person is not there for you. They are having their own individual experience. You are not better than them. You don't know better than them. It's not about them, is what I'm getting to. If you are love in your core, which you are, not everybody knows it, but you are. If you're love in your core, and that is your truest expression of yourself, then show up as you. Regardless of the outcome, regardless of how people perceive it, show up as you. Show up as you, because that is you. Because that is you. And just let everything else go. And it really does matter to take the time again and again and again to go back to you. And how can I love you/me? How can I love me? How can I love me? How can I show up for me? Because you don't ever want to be pouring from an empty cup. Being the giver can be a trap. Being the giver, being the person who has to set down their own boundaries to be there for somebody else, I wanted to say you should not be doing that, but we don't like those words. Let's say, like, what if you didn't do that? What if you just didn't do that? What if you just took care of you and let people take care of themselves? And immediately, I know your thought is like, no, but they can't, but they need me, but like, I need to do this. Like, no. Because when you're not showing up for yourself, you are not showing up for others. When you are believing that you know better than somebody, or that you can help them or fix them in some way, it's just not the truth. And you are taking somebody else's experience away from them, of them being able to show up for themselves. And this can be very hard. This can be very, very, very hard to pull back and to say, I am not responsible for your experience, and I'm going to do what is in my heart, and I'm going to let you do you. It can be very hard when somebody is suffering. It can be very hard when somebody puts out into the world that they need something from you. They don't need something from you. They need something from themselves. So stop taking that experience away from people out of, like, some sort of ego thing of, like, well, I think that I have the answers for them. No, you don't. Like, at some point you're going to have to accept that, and return to you, okay? Because again, like, you are looking everywhere except at yourself. You are looking everywhere outside of yourself to make you feel better. And I said this in another video, I think it's time to turn the baby around. If there are things that are repeatedly coming up in your life, like negative spirals, things that make you feel bad, things that make you feel bad about yourself, about your situation, etc., why are you focusing on them? Why are you focusing on the things that make you feel like you're less than? You're doing that to yourself. Nobody is doing that to you. And that's the mindset too of, like, somebody else is doing this to me and they're at fault. They are doing what they are able to. They are doing what they have the expression for. They are doing what they have the capacity for. They are doing what they are. They are what they are. And you can't control that. You can't change that. You can't change them. You are you. You are in your internal experience all the time. And yes, we are also all connected, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna go outside of myself and try to put myself in your shoes, because I can never understand you. I can never understand you. I can understand our love, core heart, which is like the universal truth. But I can't understand your experience and say that I know better than you. So living in community is a lot of recognizing that actually you need to show up for you and be selfish in the ways that matter. Because if you are taking from yourself to give to others, you are doing everyone a disservice, especially you, but also others. And yeah, that was hard for me. That was really hard for me to understand. And I like just fully am thinking about it and embodying it today, of like truly being selfish and being in my needs in that way, because I can't pour for you. I can't pour for you. I can only pour from myself, from the overflowing cup. And when you are in a place of abundance in yourself, that is going to shine out into the world. And that is your power. That is your power. It's not coming from an energy of, I need you, I'm gonna fix you, I need you to need me so that I feel better about myself, I need you to want me so that I feel safe, so that I feel loved. Again, these are loops and these are cycles, and you can go through it again and again, or you can love yourself and you can show up for yourself, and you can tell somebody, you can leave a social setting when you don't want to be there. You can dress like what you perceive would be weird to people and show up as you because that's you. You can not show up to things. You can leave. You can express in whatever way feels good and right to you. Because when you're there, when you are expressing from your truth, there is nothing else that you need, because you're here. There is nothing else that you could ask for, because you are here. That is the fucking power, baby. Okay? I'm gonna show you my water bottle. Love every day. Love every day. Okay, well now it's gonna fall. Yeah, it's been hard for me to accept that like being true to myself can also mean making people uncomfortable. It's hard for me to accept that being true to myself can also mean not showing up for people in ways that I perceive that they need and that they might express that they need. It's been hard for me. It's really hard because you want to pour all the time, but it's just not realistic and it's not true to you. And I don't have any more specific thoughts to say about this. I think I just wanted to check in because community is really challenging and like so worth it, but it really requires you expressing you as you to be functional, to be loving, to be there. So that's what I'm going through. And I realized that like I've had so much social connection and again like so much love, and I'm so grateful for all of it. I'm always so grateful. Like, thank you. I'm so grateful for it. And then also I'm just like, please leave me the fuck alone for a couple days because I need to hermit. And I didn't realize sometimes I don't realize how much I need things until I'm empty and until I have nothing left to pour. And personally, I would much prefer to have like a nice balance, you know? Balance is a nice term. Like what if you just flowed with you, let people make up their stories, let people have their perception of you, but like you always know that you're in your truth and you're good with you. What if you were just good with you? What if you just took care of you? What if you were just like, you know what, like I'm not feeling this, I'm gonna go. How good would that feel to listen to yourself? How good would that feel to just be like, hey, I'm with you. To yourself, like, hey, I'm with you. I also used to have so much shame around social environments in specific, in like not showing up in a way that I felt was acceptable for people. And most of the time, those were just social environments that I didn't want to be in. I didn't vibe with the people. I didn't connect with people. I didn't care about the conversations. I didn't care about what was happening, and I would have rather just not been there. And that's okay. That's actually okay. You don't have to show up in spaces that don't feel authentic to you. Yes, I have pushed through a lot of discomfort, and I played a game for a while of, actually, I'm going to show up in my discomfort, and I'm going to be uncomfortable, and I'm going to see what happens. And that's a choice too. And sometimes it turns out really good and things shift and it's like, woo, woo. Other times it's just like uncomfortable and it's like, why am I here? And that's also like fine. And it's cool to experience discomfort and like recognize that. But then it's also really, really freaking cool to listen to your voice and to let yourself say no when you want to. That is very powerful. Please do that for yourself. Please allow yourself to say no. Please allow yourself to celebrate your no's. Please allow yourself to celebrate when you make a decision that's in line with you and people have negative opinions about it. Please allow yourself to celebrate the joy that is stepping in truth with you, because it's incredible and it is worthy, and I would highly recommend it, and I'm working on it now. So if you want to do some work with me, let's get it going. Get chain going, chain reaction. I love myself and I love you, and I'm so happy to be saying hi and to be making a little video. I just made like a montage of my Costa Rica time so far, but I really felt like I needed to follow up. Look at my hair. Okay, a good hair day is a good day. We're flowing, we're growing. The Leo baby is definitely coming out. This baby is growing out. And I don't know what else to say. I love you. Thank you for letting me express me as me. Actually, thank you to myself for allowing me to express me as me. I'll give you one more clip of the beach to end it. I feel like I'm in like a little hidden cove. I found this space in the trees. I had to flip it one more time. Give you a kiss. Mwah. Bye.